What is going on, everybody? Today we're bringing you guys the FTF Family Gathering podcast. Shout out Hutto for the name creation there. I'm bringing you guys some content here today with Filthy, with Miles Satisfy, and with Scott Hutto himself. Okay, and of course, my name is Capshots. Today we're going to bring y'all some shit. I mean, that's really what the plan is here in the podcast.
Not the
That's just
shit.
what we do.
100%, baby.
All right, so basically, we kind of wanted to make this podcast is like a really cool idea to bring you guys at least every Wednesday or every couple Wednesdays or something like that to really move forward with some different opportunities for like personality growth, right? So it's not going to be the same for every single time. It's going to be different groups of four. It's going to be different combinations of the four of us plus other people. But I just thought this was a really good way to start it with the kind of the four originators, at least the four base group that I really came to with not only like this version of FTF, but just like I think this is like the real FTF. I mean, this is V3, okay? Third time's a charm type shit. So I mean, we're gonna go over like the origins essentially of FTF, okay? So I mean, it starts back in MW. So I wanna give it to either Filthy or Scott because they kind of started with that kind of deal with me.
MW.
Yeah, it was back in MW in 2020. It was like me and you trying to find people to play with and shit.
Oh yeah. I would say Modern Warfare. Yeah. I thought we was going back to like when me and you met. We met in.
Well, I mean, yeah, we
Black
met in Black Ops 3. I mean, we've been running shit since Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3. That's how it is. But nah,
Ops.
so I mean, in MW, that's really what happened. I mean, fucking COVID happened, and we were all stuck on lockdown, and then we all just started fucking playing. It's really the short basis, but I want to give it to like Scott and Raph for a little bit, let them kind of talk. I'll piece my mind in every once in a while.
Yeah, maybe I can go ahead. But yeah, like you were saying, like when COVID happened, obviously I was in school at the time, so when COVID happened, I was kind of like, we did virtual completely, so I had a lot more free time, so I was on more. Um, Jacob hit me up to play one day. I was like, sure, why not? So we ended up playing a little bit. He kind of brought me into the group that we had going on. So we started playing more, getting to know each other a little bit better. And we just had like a good chem going on, man. We really enjoyed playing. We played like basically every night with each other, especially over that summer of that year of 2020. We were literally every night just grinding GBs and stuff like that.
That summer was lit.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Facts.
So I mean,
I
yeah, it's kind
remember
of
all
how.
the fucking late nights we had just chilling, and most of it wasn't even like we were actually fucking trying to do anything. We were literally just bullshitting the whole time.
100%. It was
No,
really fun.
definitely. I mean, it was like the most fun part was whenever like people got on, it was really like you sometimes had to race to get on just to make sure you were like one of like the 4 or 5 guys that were gonna be on for the night, like that were
Yeah.
gonna be there to play. So I mean, feelings were hurt sometimes. It happened, but I mean,
We
uh,
still got to do that now, though.
100%. It's
Yeah,
even worse
I
now.
feel like we
Yeah,
really do.
Race, yeah.
yeah, it's even worse now because it's back to 4v4. But
It's back
yeah.
to 44, and the amount of people that we have in the team now, like it's just always a fucking competition to see who's gonna be playing with each other. You know?
Oh, for sure.
I think it's a good problem to have, though.
I mean, yeah,
I
it's
think it's
definitely a better problem to have
Yeah.
too many people rather than like just you or like
Enough.
you and one other person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, we basically just played for like the majority of MW. Like we ended up winning a league at one point, for God's sake, that we went into just as a group. That's before like FTF was even a concept or even like a saying, even like letters or anything. Um, so then, like back when stuff originally started, essentially it was more of like a hashtag, like that one of our boys, like Jamal, made. He was like the person who was like, "Yo, like hashtag FTF," and then like all of us were like, what the fuck's that? Like, what the hell?" And then he was like for the family. And we're like, "Oh shit, that's actually kind of hard." Um, and then like for a majority of like the group we kind of hung out with back then, it was really just me, Scott, Raph, and then Jamal. It was kind of like just the four, and then it was like plus one. Like those were just like the 4 plus 1 that would get on of that group basically. Um, so then we ended up joining a team called Terraform, which is no longer a team, but we ended up joining them, and they had their vision essentially of us four was to be kind of like their team summertime. So like obviously Hitch, Blake, George, right? Just be like those vibe guys that just like make content like together, are always playing together, doing what they can. Um, but
It
like I
was a fun
mean,
idea.
yeah.
It was a fun idea. Like I enjoyed like the little time that we were there, like making the content. I think it was like what maybe like 3 or 4 streams that we did. But like even though it was a little time, like I still enjoyed it. Like it was a great concept. It just shit just didn't work.
Yeah, like for me, like I really liked honestly kind of like the TST vibe that we were trying to make, just because those guys like that's kind of like the dream, right? It's like to have, like make money with your best friends gaming every night, right? That's super awesome, and that was something that like them just hanging out every night was something we were trying to do at the time, so that was just really cool. Um, but yeah, I kind of agree with Raph. Like things were like it was an enjoyable experience for sure, and like for me personally, like it was my first time ever a part of something like that, so it was cool to like dip my toes in a little bit, but things just didn't work out, and sometimes that happens, but like he said, it was a really good experience overall for sure.
I mean, I definitely
Yeah,
agree
and
with
I
that for
remember
sure.
Yeah, and I remember like that time, like we met a lot of people too, like Vera, Rack, Bat, all those people. Just unfortunately, like, with that specific team, no shade to them, but like things just, like as a group, we felt like our goals and like what we wanted to do in the future didn't align with Terraform, so that's why we parted ways. It was no shade. We just didn't see like us being there for a long time because we were just going in different directions. But I definitely enjoyed like the people and the company that we made out of that too. Like I felt like we did build a lot of connections. I know like Nighthawk was a really good friend of Jacob's. Um, yeah, well,
I think we also realized we kind of wanted to do our own thing. We kind of wanted to make it like we kind of wanted to like do it our way, if that makes sense. Like again, no
yeah.
shade to them, um, but I think like we always just kind of had a feeling like we wanted to kind of conduct our own, like how we wanted to go about it the way we wanted to and stuff like that. So
I definitely agree. It became a thing where it wasn't anything necessarily with them like adding pressure to the whole situation of like us making content for them and everything. I think we added pressure onto ourselves that way,
yeah,
and in a
definitely.
lot of ways it kind of ruined like not the experience per se, but it just ruined like what we were supposed to be doing of just having fun. Like we just tried too hard to be making like these ideas try and work and all that, and it just didn't end up making it fun. So I mean really like Raph and like Scott were saying, I mean we kind of just like parted ways with them and tried to do our own thing. So that was essentially at the beginning of the end for the first version of FTF. So like, that's when like we made like the logo of FTF that still stands now. It still represents what it is. I mean, shout out fucking Raph especially. I mean, that guy literally sat there and was like conceptualizing it the whole time. I mean, we definitely had like little bits and pieces here and there of like the help with it, but I mean, he's definitely the guy that made like the full logo itself.
The
Yeah,
For that
true
logo.
originator.
yes,
Dead
sir. That shit
ass.
was actually fun to do. I just love how like it fits with everything. Like it fits with everyone's different style. It's just something like I really am proud of, and I'm proud to have like you guys represent that shit. Like as us as a fucking collective.
I mean, like the best part about it, like you said, I mean, like the basic shape of it essentially, really does fit with any style you're trying to do, like different theme, different anything you're trying to do, it fits. I know me personally, I originally wasn't gonna be like the huge type of person to get tattoos and stuff, but I mean, there's definitely down the line gonna be an FTF tattoo somewhere on me. I don't know
Okay.
where, but it's definitely the plan, bro.
Bro, and it would just look cool. Like it would just come out really, really well. And you could put it anywhere and it'll show up like it should and it'll look like it should.
Oh, 100%.
And you can still personalize it even with it being like this kind of set thing.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's really nice. So
And since
props
this is the
props
first
to
time
you.
we heard from, thank you. Since this is the first time that we've heard Miles speak, we did meet Miles back playing with the set extra person. We met him through Jordan actually, so thank you, Jordan. We met him through Jordan playing GBs, and then Miles just kind of sticks around. Miles is
Yeah. I
Miles just
just
sticks
stuck around.
around. He just stuck around after Jordan would get off or whatever. Like he would just chill with us, and then after that, like we all just started vibing. We moved into what the fuck was after Modern Warfare?
What, Cold War?
All the way.
Was it Cold War?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
we moved into Cold War. We started playing Cold War more. We would play League play and some GBs. I remember that.
Bro,
Yeah,
But
we played a lot of GBs in the beginning
yeah.
of the game,
mm,
and then once they finally released League Play after
What, another
what
7 months?
3 months,
Yeah,
yeah,
like I
like
mean,
right
three
before
to
the game
seven
ended.
months.
yeah, basically.
But yeah, I mean, me what? So I think our five was me, Jordan, Jacob, and I Can't even remember the last two that
Yeah, we
played
literally
the
just like yeah,
MW
yeah.
LCQ.
But it was like just two random people. I honestly don't remember either. We tried playing the LCQ, and then that's where I met Miles like originally. And then like after that, like Raph was saying, he kind of just stuck around after that. I mean, we literally like I thought he was cool enough where I was like, you know what, bro,
Does it
let me
work?
just see. Yeah, I was like, let me just see if he kind of like fucks everybody else. I mean, here we are like almost 2 years later, like to the day where that happened. I mean, he's still lurking around. He's still around. I've been with the guy twice this year, and it's only March. Um,
Yeah.
so I mean, we plan to do some stuff in the future that's gonna be really cool. But I mean, we'll get into that like later down the line. It's only March, so there's no need to bring it up right now. Um,
Hey, but that's how it was last year too. Like last year, that was the first time I met you in forever, and I met you early,
it
early
was
April,
May.
May.
It was May,
Yeah,
and then literally the
and
next month, like you came to see me.
yeah, in June. I waited a month. I gave myself a month to recoup from the trip, and then I went back in June. I was like, I need me a little bit more Jacob in my life.
And then
Bro, also had to meet
we
Scott
drag
too.
Scott's bum
Yeah.
ass. We fucking drag Scott's dumb ass down here to fucking do shenanigans with us.
I'm
He
still,
killed
I'm
Right,
it.
I'm
still
gonna
kind
say
of,
come, bro. I remember
I'm
being
still
pressed
salty
today
about
before.
that.
I'm like, I'm scared, bro. Like, I've never met these guys before. Like, I might get there and they jump me. They might take all my stuff, dude.
Yo, I remember it. I remember he was terrified. He's all like, "Bro, you guys are gonna force me to do things I don't want to do. What
No,
if
dude.
there's something that you guys are all into and I don't want to do it?"
But my mom freaking freaked me out. 'Cause she's like, you don't know these people. What if they do something? I'm like, Mom, yes, I do.
Bro, what the fucked up part was, I literally went to my mom and I like started like freaking out because I was like, if he doesn't fucking come, I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so pissed. Like,
I'm still so salty about
oh
that.
man, yeah. And speaking
Oh yeah,
of
because
that,
Mario was
that
supposed to go.
same week, like Miles's family had a trip planned for Florida, but it was over 3 hours away from my house, and I'm like, there's no way. Even meeting halfway was like inconvenient as fuck for over an hour and a half.
With no car, like it was not happening. And
It was
we would
unfortunate.
literally just like I think we were 6 hours away. 'Cause
Yeah, because it was
yeah,
dead
we
Yeah,
were
ass.
you guys
6
were
hours.
on the top.
Yeah,
You
like
guys were
he
on the
was
We
in
were
the
top.
yeah.
he was in the top towards Tallahassee, and I live by Orlando, which is like pretty much dead center of Florida. So I mean, yeah, like that shit was
So
a
yeah,
god
being
blessed
6 hours
brick
away.
away.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was a long time away. But yeah, so I mean, we've gotten to, on separate occasions kind of meet each other for the most part. It's now just more so getting Miles, Raph, and Scott to all meet at this point because I've
Yeah.
fucking met with every variation besides that essentially.
Hey, September is coming. I need to go. I'm definitely going to that.
I mean, we ain't gonna mention
More
what's gonna
info on
happen
that
in
later.
September, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm,
more info
it's
on that
coming.
later.
Sneak peek.
If y'all have any type of brains, you'll know what September is, but you don't, so it's okay. Um,
What?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I don't know.
um, nah, but so I mean, we tried. What actually? Speaking of June, that kind of actually helps us segue perfectly into what FTF V2 ended up almost being. Um, So we had one of our homies, Jack. Actually, he goes to UCF, which is a little while. It's like a little over like an hour and a half away, essentially, from the house that I was staying at last year. And you know, he came and then he was like talking to us one night. Like it was like some late night shit. You know what I mean? So it's like one of them conversations that
It's
you
the
have
late night in the fuels vibes.
dead ass. So I mean, he
Dead
was like,
ass.
it was dead ass. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. He's like, "Yo, are y'all trying to do like some team shit again? But like, let's try and like do it this time." So we're like, yeah, fuck it, we'll do under FTF again. So we try to do it again, and I mean, I'll let y'all talk about it a little bit, because like all four of us were in that version like 100%. It's just
Yeah.
it didn't work out for a lot of reasons, but I mean, I'll let y'all talk about it for a little bit about that.
Yeah, like for my end, when we tried to do that, when I got back home, actually, like shit was taking off for me and for FTF, but I had some unfortunate events in my life where I had to stop streaming and, you know, not necessarily grow up, but like actually deal with life shit where I had to move, I had to get a different job, I had to keep that job. So like juggling all of that for me and to stream and to do FTF stuff, like that was actually, one of the I was going through some other stuff that I don't want to talk about, obviously, but it was probably like one of the toughest time in my life, and luckily, like I was able to get myself out of it. Thanks to these guys, Jacob would check on me. I know Scott would text me here and there, and Miles too. Um, but that was the main reason why I didn't do my part, and I felt like played a part in why FTF didn't go through the way it should have. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it was just trying to coordinate was difficult. I mean, trying to get 10, what I think we had at the time, I think we had like 6 to 7 people, trying to get everyone on the same schedule, trying to get everyone in the same mindset. Just when people are going through their own stuff, like getting 7 people all on the same kind of schedule, same kind of, like I said, like the mindset and everything, like it's just really, it's hard to do, essentially. Especially like Rap said, he had his own stuff, and everyone else had their own stuff. So getting getting all that to coordinate and try to do things together was really difficult. And so it just we didn't really have a direction. I feel like we had a lot of ideas that we didn't put to paper and make goals to get to those, the smaller goals to get to the bigger ones, and it just kind of fell through. It wasn't any bad thing. It was just time
I think
organization
it's more
and time
timing. I think it
management.
was like the
Yeah.
timing of everything.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I think there are multiple factors. I mean, obviously, you guys mentioned some. I think we tried really hard right off the gate to be perfect. I think we tried to do everything like had to be super like great. And if it was like messed up, we didn't like it, we couldn't post it, or we couldn't like we have to do something else, or like we didn't like how things were going at first, and like we didn't get, I guess, kind of the feedback that we wanted right away. Like we didn't get like that we were focused on the numbers and like the fact that we weren't getting much support. Which with anything like this, right, it's gonna be a longevity thing. It's gonna be a process, and it's gonna be a long haul thing where you're gonna have to dedicate time consistently, to see any kind of growth. And I think that we just kind of went in with the wrong mindset with it. I think we were also too focused on the numbers and stuff like that. When ultimately it kind of like going back to the first attempt, it kind of just made things a little less fun. It kind of took away kind of the true purpose of what we were trying to do. Um, and then like Miles said, going back to just like kind of lack of direction. I think a lot of factors played into it. Again, it was a fun time while it lasted. I think we learned a lot from it. Um, but I think just some certain factors played a role in why it didn't work out, which it happens. But again, just good things to take away from it, regardless of that. So
I mean, definitely on my side. I kind of learned that from the FTF kind of V2, I guess you want to put it that way. I learned that I had a serious problem with trying to make things perfect, and I mean, I had a serious problem with trying to make everything. It had to be the certain way that I wanted it to look, and if it didn't, I just didn't. It affected everybody else that way, right? I mean, it's really made it a thing where, if it wasn't perfect to me, then it would never be perfect to anybody else and all that stuff. When I mean realistically, I'm not the best editor. I'm not the best like at essentially coordinating these things to make it something that's gonna look like something great, like something that's gonna be way to go, Miles.
Yeah, damn.
Dude,
um
my mic's right here. I don't know what to tell you.
but something that's gonna be like the quality of like optic videos and stuff like that, which I mean it's a huge inspiration to the type of videos I want to make, because it literally seems like these guys have so much fun making those type of videos, so I'm like, of course I want to do something like that. So there was one time that like it fell so heavily on me, and like it literally upset me for the longest time. We made a Jeopardy video, and it would have
Oh
been
no, not the
I'm not even
Jeopardy.
kidding, would have been
Oh
the
uh,
video
no.
of the year. Okay, I swear to God, somewhere it would have been the video of the year. We recorded the entire thing. It was all recorded from my POV, just to realize once I went back in the recording, my mic was muted the entire time through my OBS.
Yo,
and you're like the
I didn't
host,
know
right?
I
about this.
remember
I,
that.
I remember
I didn't know.
Jack was
Jack
the
was the
host for
host.
it, and he had like a suit jacket and everything. Like I mean, he went like all in. He came up with the entire Jeopardy game. We literally had some of the funniest things happen just all throughout with like our dumb like answers and like the way we said things, and
That
like
was hilarious.
it would have been just great. And then I literally chucked it, and I was upset about it for probably 3 to 4 days. I was pissed.
Hey, but it's never too late. I feel like we could do that again.
We
We
could
I
do
definitely
it
wasn't there
could.
for
again,
that.
but
I'm down to
Yeah,
run it back for sure.
I wasn't there for that, but like that's some dead ass some shit that you would do.
That is literally some shit that would happen to me. Like only happen to me. Like it would never happen to anybody else. Where something as small as a muted mic would happen. Like there's the thing with
well,
me.
and
I am able to get the big picture. It's just the little things that like just
Like not
get to
muting your
me.
mic.
They get me. Yeah, like muting my
yeah,
fucking mic and not muting it.
I
Um,
I still don't
I will
understand
say
how the mic got muted though. I don't.
I think it
Why
was just
did
it
it
was literally
start
just muted
muted?
before.
Why
Like
did it start
I
muted?
don't remember the specific scenario as to why. I just remember that I had it muted for like I was like recording something else. I just don't remember what.
But I will say for like this time around, I feel like back then, like Scott, Jacob, they both said it. Like we try to be perfect, and we never did anything because we never set that expectation. Now I feel like we don't care. Like not that we don't care, but we're gonna put out a video. We already did put out a video, but now it's like okay, we have something to go off of, and the only thing we could do is get better because now we have what we want, and we could think about what we can do better for the next one. You get what I'm saying? And I felt like we never did that. We never had something to take and grow from. We literally just had the idea, and like Miles said, we never put it on paper and pen and paper, whatever. And we never did anything with it. But now, like, there's content. There's multiple people streaming. You know, we have
There's
the
just a lot
content
more
there.
that we can do
Yeah.
with things.
So I'm excited for this next time around.
I literally remember this like yesterday. I texted Scott about just like how I'm not in the mindset where I need stuff to look perfect because it's like every video I make is an opportunity to like slightly get better, slightly get more improved, slightly get the quality of those videos better, which I'm already starting to see. So like the first Not by Blood episode that we came out with was probably like the hardest I've worked on a video. It legitimately took me weeks to make that video and like the way that I thought it would look great. And like even right now, I'm recording a trivia, or I'm not, I'm editing a trivia video that I've recorded previously with some of the guys. That I'm actually looking forward to that because I've done a lot of the editing already, and it's only 2 minutes done, and I probably spent over an hour and a half on 2 minutes of that video. Um, but with that, like I think it's going to be a really good opportunity for me at least, in that one way, let alone the many other ways I can improve on just me as a person, with having the ability to just continue the craft of like editing because I enjoy it and it's something that's really nice to just sit back and just listen to music. You fucking just do shit. So I mean, yeah, I just I don't need shit to be perfect anymore. I just need shit to improve every time, and then I can fucking call it a day, and I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
I think we're just like
Do
going
we?
we're taking an approach of like just making it fun again, like not taking it overly serious.
Just
Like yeah,
in
we want to
yeah.
be consistent. Yeah, we want to make it like worth our time, but at the same time, we're not gonna like they were saying, we're not just gonna strive for perfection with anything we're doing. We're just gonna be authentic and kind of do what we want to do with it and kind of take whatever direction that it goes. But we're not gonna overthink it. We're just gonna kind of do
Well, and
what we
just
feel like is
enjoy the
best. So,
process.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Enjoy. Everyone can hone their skills. Everyone can, learn new craft, new skills, abilities, everything like that. Like, and that's what it should be, and to be fun, not
Well,
drilling it down everyone's throat and making
right.
it like this mandatory thing. Like
Yeah.
enjoy what you're doing, and you don't feel like you're working. You just have a lot of fun with it.
I think that's another thing too. Is like I think this time around we have people who are willing to make contributions like significantly, right? Like I think in previous times, due to like obviously various circumstances, like whatever, we've had people that have kind of gotten a little overwhelmed. 'Cause I feel like some of it's kind of fallen on a couple of people to have to do a lot. Whereas like now I feel like we have a lot of different guys who are willing to do different things that are going to help make this like worth it and help make it like a team effort. And we're not just kind of like just putting it all on one person and then they feel that pressure and that stress to have to get everything out and take all that accountability. So yeah, I mean, I think we definitely have a better approach to it now compared to the first two times. So
Well, we're
Yeah.
taking the team approach.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's literally not just like the few guys. Like now this
yeah.
time that I've had the ability to kind of incorporate not just like the online guys I've been able to become close friends with. Now it's like the people like Birdie and Lyle and like all the other people that are
yeah,
actually around me on like more of a day-to-day basis, to kind of get them included on it, which I think is a really cool opportunity because even when it was just as simple as like me going out with those friends playing baseball, we even would have the moniker of the For the Family. We have those jerseys, or at least a few of us do, and I think that's really really cool. And I think it's something that I wanted to make sure we included with everybody, just because
Somebody missed their
I mean
microphone. You get
some
what?
people missed. It happens. It is what it
You do the
is.
next one.
Yeah, it happens. No, but I mean
Could have been the
definitely
time.
especially having Kazra on. He's like the guy to kind of keep me going. It's like regardless of what's going on, that guy could care less, and he will make something a joke out of it. He will make light of some. He'll make light of essentially a bad situation, which is it's a really good quality to have in somebody who he's like minded with me. He likes to edit. He likes to record. He likes to produce. He likes to do stuff that's like fun as far as like video making, which is something I really need help with, at least down here. I mean, these guys have obviously been like some of the best support system I've ever had in my life, right? I mean, Scott, fucking Raph, fucking Miles. I mean, these guys literally gas the shit out of everything that I've created, everything I do, continue to do, think of. I mean, everything like that. So, I mean, but even then, like, not having them here essentially is kind of like a hindrance, because there's not somebody to always have the ability to just literally come essentially not physically hit me in the head, but like just kind of mentally do it like right in front of me and be like, dude, like stop being so serious about it and just fucking have some fun. Um,
Yeah.
so having people like
Or
Kazir and everybody down here that'll do that for me is gonna make it that much better, and it's gonna help me be a better person for everybody else that's in FTF that will become members of FTF later on. I mean, just like it's gonna make everything better for my side of things, so I can help fucking hype these guys up to do what they want to do.
What are you guys excited about, like to see from FTF?
Me personally, I mean, I think I'm most excited about the fact that like I think that now we really have like the pieces that we need to actually make this something that is going to be cool. I think we have a lot of different unique people that can offer a lot of different unique things to us. I think that's going to be really cool. I think that's going to show very well in what we do. And I mean, obviously, like you guys are going to find that out as we continue to post stuff and post content, whatever. But I think like just kind of I think the purpose of what we're doing is really cool as well, just showing kind of how gaming and stuff like this can really bring together people that may not necessarily know each other or who may not necessarily come together for anything else. I mean, obviously, like us four, we all come from different backgrounds, different experiences, but we've all kind of been brought together with stuff like this, and it's resulted in something really cool. And I think that like relaying that message to other people, saying, "Hey, like you guys can do this too," and like gaming and like what you can do with it is really awesome. And just kind of relaying that message is something I'm excited to do for sure. So
I think just not even anything else other than like, hey, we still have the ability to go back and look at all this and be like, hey, we did
oh
this.
yeah,
You know, like we have the memories from doing it. We have um the relationships that we've built. Like we have all that stuff. And so now, recording it, streaming it, whatever it is, we can always go back and it's always gonna be there. And we can always just look back and be like, hey, remember 10 years ago when we recorded this dumb video and everyone can look at it and we can laugh
I'm
and
gonna
we
show
can
my
enjoy
kids.
it. Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. But like there's something like that you can show later. And I think that's really cool. I also think it's kind of fun. Like, hey, if possible, monetize what you enjoy doing on a regular basis.
Hey,
I don't know. Like
no,
if you
but
can, why not?
he said cash grab.
Yeah, fuck it.
All right, I'm gonna let you go,
Yeah.
Ref, and then and I'll kind of exit us here because we're kind of reaching that threshold here. So I'll let you go.
For sure. Just real quick, I'm excited for the growth. Like, what I mean by that is seeing FTF grow as a whole and then individually. That's what I get enjoyment out of seeing Jacob get better with his editing skills because that's what he loves to do. He gets the chance to edit. That gives him a chance to get better. You know, Scott breaking out of his shell, you know, being more outgoing. I love seeing that. Miles doing Miles. I fucking love Miles because Miles is just here.
I just
But
I just exist.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
camera shy a little bit, but I kind of just do what I
But
gotta
yeah,
do.
you know, I feel like it breaks everybody out their comfort zone. I know me, like I never record videos. I go live, I can talk to people, but like to be coordinated on a video, like that's something I'm learning to do. And
yeah.
on top of that, like you know, helping everybody else out. Like I enjoy making sure that my friends are good, making sure that you know they're growing as people, and that's what I'm excited for. So growing as FTF and growing as individuals as well.
I just want to add really quick. I think like just kind of tying off of that. Like I really am excited, kind of like showing like we're not just friends that get on and play video games for 2 hours and get off and that's it, right? Like that's not what we're about. Like we're friends out of the game too. Like we want each other to be better. Obviously, like yeah, it's fun to win video games, but like ultimately we're trying to help each other grow and develop so that we can be great people and so we can impact the world. And I think that that's really cool. I think that it kind of breaks the stereotype of that some people have regarding like gaming and whatever. Like it's not just a thing where I mean, we genuinely are, really good friends outside of the game as well. We share common interests beyond just Call of Duty or whatever we're playing. So just relaying those messages, I think, is be really cool. So I'm excited.
Well, and it just gives gaming, like most people call it gaming, but I mean it's relationship building, it's team bonding,
Yeah,
it's online. It's online team building and team cohesion practice basically to build friendships, to build relationships, to hone your people skills. And it's a lot easier to do from the comfort of your home a lot of times, and people can get a little nervous or whatever, but um, you're still at home as well as like you're still meeting people, you're still talking to people, you're still doing stuff like that, and so like it's kind of reinventing what people normally think of when they think of like gaming and
I
calling
agree.
it something else.
for sure.
No, definitely. I mean, the two most important things I'm really excited about with that is kind of sharing like Filthy's kind of mindset of like the growth thing. More than anything, to see FTF grow would be like a great accomplishment, even if it's only a little bit. Like even if we get some kind of slight bit of spotlight in that sense, but more so like the individual growth that we can all have. I think we all have great. That's actually the best part about FTF that I kind of hand selected like literally every single person for this group. I'm gonna be real here. I kind of hand selected these group of people not because oh yeah they're my friends in different facets of life, but I mean like these are the guys that I would fucking trust with just about anything, if like it really came down to it. Like take a bullet for me, like all that type of stereotypical stuff I would trust them with. But like just the fact that like Filthy has a really great craft with just being able to stream, being able to just be like the most outgoing person, the most outspoken person in the room, and he doesn't care. Um, Miles' ability to literally essentially be a background character but be his own main character and like the sense of just the story is really fucking cool to me. And Scott's fucking incredible ability to have kind of his heart on his sleeve and just really be the guy to push people forward and really kind of push people towards what they want to do. Kind of to that person when other people are down where it's, damn, not really feeling this anymore. Like, why should I do it? Like that guy's like, why would you quit? Like, I mean, you're good at it. Like, keep getting better at it. Like, keep doing it. Keep fucking progressing. Keep going forward with it. I mean, like, I can go on for days and days about every single person that I pick for this shit. But I mean, I trust every single person with the kind of moving forward with FTF. I mean, if for fucking some grace to God I can never continue with this, I mean, it falls back on the rest of these guys, and I wouldn't have it any other way. These guys are the fucking greatest guys in the world. And I think the biggest thing realistically that I am here for is just the ability to, like Miles said, make the fucking memories. And really just show the spotlight of the personalities that I have as friends. I think that's gonna be the coolest part of everything. You guys are gonna see a lot of interesting personalities, and you're gonna see that not one is like the other. And I think that's what makes FTF the most special group of people probably on the planet. There's about 19 to 20 different people who come from just about every facet of life. I mean, shape, size, color you can think of. There's pretty much an FTF member for it. But I mean, like the difference that we all have, but at the same time we can come with these common goals, we can come with these common kind of ideas of like just having fun, making memories, and just all these different things is going to be really fucking cool. So I mean the future of FTF is as bright as it's ever going to be. I'm going to let you guys say your parting words, and we're going to fucking finish this first episode, and we're going to call it a night. It's about 2 fucking a.m. I'm going delusional, I'm getting emotional. Fucking someone take the mic from me.
Brother, it's 10:55. The last thing you're gonna say is
Right.
not by blood.
Not by blood.
I'm gonna say, man, is
That's
like I
right.
wouldn't want to do this to anybody else. I'm really excited about what we're doing here. I think third time's a charm. I think we really mean it this time. I'm excited to share with you guys, with this. For me personally, I have certain stuff going on in my life to where I'm not able to be around as much. But these guys' willingness to include me in this and to have such a prevalent role is something that truly means the world. And I'm gonna, I'm sure they will as well. But I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that I prove my worth in that and that I make it worthwhile for them as well. So super excited.
All right, ladies and
Hashtag not
gentlemen,
by blood.
hashtag not by blood, hashtag family gathering, sponsored by Hutto. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the first ever episode of the Family Gathering podcast, brought to you by FTF and the crew. We appreciate you guys so very much. If you guys want to see anything else from us, please do let us know in the comments. Like the video, share it to your friends, show us what's up.
Tell your dog.
Tell your fucking dog.
Yeah, tell your dog.
Hey, don't forget
tell your
little
cat.
Abuelita. Don't forget Abuelita.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.